What is going on, everybody? I'm Spencer Tillis.
I'm Trayvon Miles.
And this, of course, is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in just a bit in today's episode, a big showdown in Princess Anne as the Jaguars took on rival Pocomoke. We'll show you who got the win.
That's right, and with jolly old St. Nick on the way, what better to settle in with some chicken noodle soup? Decatur and Mardella highlights later on as well.
And Y-High's girls team put their perfect start to the year on the line as they took on a winless Delmar team, but they got all they could ask for in a game that came down to the final buzzer. But we got to start today with one of the big showdowns going on in the first state, Smyrna.
Yeah.
The class of that conference, they've been rolling so far this year. Well, they had their biggest test to date, hitting the road to take on a very dangerous Milford squad. And the Bucks had already topped Cape earlier on this year, and they were looking at another big win to their resume. Getting it started for Milford was Jackson Turner, hitting the three ball right there as the Bucks opened up on a 7-2 run. Smyrna answers quickly, though. Raindrops. Drop top. My man's hitting threes from the parking lot. Caleb Matthews had four long balls in the first half alone. Act like you knew. The big guy making it happen right there. Back come the Bucks. Marcus Correa with the steal. Goes the other way and finishes for the and one right there. Tough bucket. Matthews, though, well, he would go ahead and continue to ball out. Gets the dribble handoff right here, attacks the rim, and finishes for an and one of his own. He had a game-high 21.
Stare down.
Eagles starting to feed the big man after that. Matthews finds Azubuike Nwankwo. His mama named him Azubuike Nwankwo. I'm going to try my best to call this man Azubuike Nwankwo. Smyrna Eagles had another big win, 63-41 the final. And I got on him a little bit during the game because I tweeted out, I'm a 6-foot man dreaming about dunking, and I'm watching a 7-foot man live out his dream about doing layups. I don't know why this guy has a problem with dunking. It took till the last couple minutes of the game. But Smyrna is tough. They look like the truth to me right now. They still have a 7-footer. He plays like he's 6'4", but they have a 6'4" post player that plays like he's 6'10" between Jameer Garnett, so that's pretty nice. And they have, for my money, the best shooter I've seen on the shore in Matthews. This guy is lights out. He's the real deal. Eagles are 5-0, and they're winning by an average of 24 points per game. They are not even getting tested, it feels like. And I tell you what, I can't wait to see how they play against some of these teams from upstate because right now, I don't really see anyone else in the conference that's kind of giving them a run for their money.
Yeah, and one thing about Matthews, he has the green light. We talked
about
does. This. He's the only player that we know from a Smyrna squad that whenever he feels like shooting it, the coach trusts him with that ability to do so. So
only a
really
junior, too.
Interested to see what the Eagles do going forward here. So we had one power matchup in Delaware. Now we're heading back to Maryland. Of course, a classic matchup between two teams that have been a fixture in the 1A East Finals over the past couple years, Washington and Pocomoke. They were in Princess Anne on Tuesday night. Both teams coming in off losses the night before, so they really needed a win. Tyrone Matthews getting it going early for Pocomoke. He misses. Kwame Atkins there to clean up the mess right there. A little bit later, Matthews going to cash this one in high off the glass. He finished with 16. Washington battling back. This time my guy Teron Round slashing through the lane. He's going to finish with the floater. Jags up 1 at half. Third quarter, Atkins coming out of nowhere to bring the building down. Absolutely big slam on that one. But this guy absolutely took this game over. Josh Sproul doing it all right here. Layup right here with the and one. And then he would also get a stare down as well. And then another layup right here. And then check this out, the volleyball spike by Tyler Polson. And muscle up, young man. You're not big enough to be down here in the post with us guys. Jags with all the momentum, and they would cap it here. Polson up to Sproul. He would throw it down. Washington hands Pocomoke their second loss in a row with a 60-48 win. Great defense all around in this one. Exactly what we expected, right, between these two teams, but especially for Washington, holding Pocomoke to about 12 points per quarter average. You never really see Pocomoke do that. So I really want to give a shout-out to Josh Sproul, man. He's seeming like he's becoming the glue to this Washington team that really needed a leader. A lot of those guys are the same age. But I like him. He's a really good player on both ends of the floor, which is really what I tend to gravitate to. A lot of players can play offense. This guy locks in on defense as well, and I think he's becoming, if not already, the best two-way player in the South.
Yeah, he's right there. And I ran into about 3 of those guys in the mall yesterday when I was Christmas shopping, and they let me know if they're not number 2 in the power polls, we're going to have a problem. So you're going to have to wait and see if they made a jump. But they did have a decent week.
We'll see.
You know, see how that works out for them. But a few other good games going on this week. Crisfield looking to make it 2 straight impressive home wins this week, taking on Kent County out of the north, and the Crabbers would be on the attack early on in this one. Kevin Fisher They got a lot of good guards. He's one of them. Body control and the finish right there. Back come the Trojans, and this just in, Shamar Turner can hoop. My man was balling.
No
little step back right there, hits the long jumper. Back comes Manny Camper. He gets in the mix. Look at the body control on this finish. Takes a bump, spins in the air, and pirouette and one finish, I guess.
That's called luck, man.
Yeah, that ain't bad. It's good either way. Crisfield down, but not backing down. Just before the buzzer right here, Justin Cohen drills a 3-ball right there, giving his team some momentum into the break. Fourth quarter now, and Mr. Turner went off. Elbow jumper good. Then look at this slick up and under finish right there in lane. He had 14 in the fourth quarter alone. Problem was, so did Jordan Sterling. Nice Euro step right there in transition, gets the bucket, then behind the back to lose the defender. Another strong take to the bucket for 2 more. Crisfield gets an impressive win, 69-63.
Always hard to win in the graveyard. How about Y-High facing off against Delmar? Y-High finally playing some defense this year. Kenny Burke with the block, sparks the break. The freshman Jaden Baker taking it all the way to the other end for the layup. Shortly after that, Matt Lowe getting a block as well, and he is going to hang it all the way up, and Baker is going to finish again. Great game by the freshman. The Cats trying to hang in there. 3-pointer off the mark here. Look at the big fella, Brooks Parker, track this one down and get to the rim and make it a 2-point layup. But Indians all around in this one had it going. Malo with another basket, plus an and one. Y-High rolls 63-29 the final.
Delmar can't catch a break. Well, how about Mardella taking on Stephen Decatur? Not really a good matchup for that. Well, Seahawks early on, Kaveh Aluma doing some damage right there. He's a dangerous man with some money in his pocket. Look out. Shortly after that, the nice look over to Matt Christick. Goes with a chip wedge right there on the par 5-15. Puts it up and in, soft touch, and puts it in for the birdie. Warriors down big, but still fighting. Tyler McCoy turns the corner. He gets to the cup, and that man is about a bucket, but so is pretty much the entire Decatur squad. Bredell with the touchdown pass right there to Kevon Boyles. Gets the reverse layup to go for 2. Stephen Decatur stays perfect with the win, 78-36 your final.
Snow Hill and Bennett in the Civic Center as well. Amir Fisher is a pretty good player for this Snow Hill team. He's going to knock down the 3 there, get another one shortly after that. He leads this team in scoring. That's the reason why. They let it have. Second half, here come the Clippers. Montez Jefferson to Harold Morton on that one. And then watch my guy, Otis Russell Jr. This is actually my guy, Brother Spencer. I don't know if you knew that. I taught him that move right there. He finished with the and one and 25 points. Snow Hill coming right back. Great moves here by Takai Wise. Great dish underneath to Cameron Blake for the score. But the fourth quarter belonged to Bennett. Morton on the board right there and the putback. Bennett outscores Snow Hill 23-11 in the fourth to win it 56-52.
And that was the turnover that lost them the game right there. As for Laurel, they're at home scoring off against Woodbridge earlier this week. Tevion Waters right here from deep drops that one in to get the scoring started. Dogs trying to hang around early on, though. Brandon Falk on the drive, and look at the right-handed sweep and finish right there. But things quickly turned from bad to worse for Laurel. Corey Corbin, breakaway, look out below, and reminiscent of things we've seen before in Laurel, actually. Let's take them back a little bit to last February with this matchup, and Corey Corbin decided to have himself a day. Laurel probably still have a nightmare.
This was a new gym.
I know, man. Why you got to do like that? Why you got to do them boys like that? That is not fair. He had himself a game, and then it was his brother getting into it. Hassan Corbin catches the lob. I guess that's a dunk. That looks like me trying to dunk a little bit. Blue Raiders, they're going to get a win, 61-41 the final.
Sussex Central hosting Delaware Academy of Public Safety and Security. What? Daryl Johnson going for the Eagles early on. Corner tray right there. Shortly after that, at the elbow, he's going to drive through traffic and get the bucket and the foul. Golden Knights showing a little teamwork here in transition. Tynex Warner up to Jalir Pettyjohn, and he is going to get the putback to go. Daps with some great ball movement, though. Watch, Deron Griffin going to hit the floater in the lane right here to give his team the lead. Ethan Lambert is a pretty good guy.
He ain't bad. He can ball.
He can ball a little bit. Gets the pull-up jumper right there. And watch Javante Mines also can ball a little bit for Daps. He's going to get the putback right there. And one. Riley Matthews right here also going to get a finger roll for Sussex Central, and they would actually go on to win this one by 1 point at home, 72-71.
Good for Central. They need that one. Well, taking it all the way back to Monday, Delmar taking on Seaford. Seaford got one senior out there killing the game. Andres Jones doing his thing. 3-ball. Good. Back come the Cats. Delmar went back to that well and found themselves another trader somewhere. And Dante Trader this time finds Brooks Parker. He gets an and one finish underneath. Later, Parker this time with a big-time block. That'll spark a break, and Trader finishing the other way right here. This man must have averaged about 100 in 7th grade, I guess. But Seaford pulled away in the end. Deshaun Taylor, remember him as a wideout for their football team? Not too bad right there.
Like he was running around.
Little Euro step. It's called the crab dribble. 2.5 steps before he puts it in. Seaford pulls it out on the road, 57-52 your final.
Also called a travel, but I guess
you know, not the Y.
It's
you do that one to the Y. That's a bucket.
Right. You're right, and it's also the holidays, so maybe the ref was in a given mood, right?
Fair enough.
All right, we're just getting started on this basketball talk. After the break, huge shakeup in this week's power rankings and some controversy, of course, to follow. Stick around, it's up next.
I'm Elijah Shields, Laurel Bulldogs basketball, and you're watching the Dumb Armor Sports Insider.